How do you all feel about lightning and thunder? Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Skinner, congratulations on being
First,
everything.
second, third, and fourth. Thank you very much for the resub.
Thank you
I
for
saw
the
that.
resub.
Hello, Honest Psycho. How are you all doing? Happy Tuesday. We have not really slept tonight, and it's super warm, and there's like no oxygen over here. And let's see how well this works.
The time has come for thunder. Very, very frightening me. You don't like thunder or lightning? I mean...
That's from the Queen song.
Oh.
Ah, crap, which one is it?
Which song is that?
It's on the tip of my tongue. Galileo, Galileo, Figaro.
No, it's not in that.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is it in that one?
Yes.
I feel like...
Beautiful when I'm not outside in it. I'm meaning I don't feel fear. I doubt that. But maybe that's for me.
I can understand the fear of it.
I hate lightning.
I find it beautiful.
No, listen. Watching lightning from a safe place, like if I watch a YouTube video of a lightning storm, cool, super nice, super amazing, awesome to watch. Lightning anywhere near or around me? No. I've been in an airplane in a thunderstorm. No. One of the very few things I learned in physics lessons is that humankind has done things to like work around getting hit by lightning, like buildings and airplanes. But to this day, to my understanding, we have not yet been able to recreate electricity on the same level as lightning. Because it is so strong. So do I believe that like an airplane should withstand lightning, not thunder, thunder is the sound, and that the house should be fine? Yes. But do I still worry about lightning hitting the building and frying everything that's connected to it? Yes.
I mean,
yes, I do.
That's kind of legit.
I'm paranoid about this.
Back in the beginning of high school, we actually had one of the kids in my year pass away because he got hit by lightning.
Holy, how are you not afraid of lightning? After having this happen to somebody close-ish to you, how are you not afraid of lightning?
The chance is really small. This was just really bad luck though. They were playing soccer outside when all of a sudden the weather started to go bad. So but when it started raining, they were all running off the field, and while they were running off the field, lightning struck on the actual field. Like the entire team passed out. 2 of them got hit and passed away. One of them was also the trainer, I believe. And the rest was all fine, besides some other issues.
Besides the fact that a trillion, million, gajillion volts just ran... Holy shit.
Well, the rest didn't actually get hit. Only those 2, the ones that passed away, got hit. The rest by, I'm guessing the force, just got passed out.
By the thunder, yes.
No. So I can definitely understand why people are afraid of it.
Besides lightning being untold amounts of energy just like shooting from the sky into the ground, the thunder, the thing you hear, is actually not the electricity. It is the air being ripped apart and collapsing in on itself. That's
green tea.
That's the force behind this. And like, to me that is mind-blowing, and I don't want to be anywhere near that, because nature is crazy, and I don't need these things outside of the confines of my like safe space. Must inform you that I suppressed the urge to make a dark joke about this. I hope you appreciate it. Yes, I do.
I can appreciate it, but I also do not mind dark jokes.
If it's a good one, I will judge you either way. Dun dun dun. Tifa hates green tea.
Yeah, I really don't like green tea.
Yeah.
But like lightning or thunder itself, if you just look at it, it's stunning.
Yes.
I think it's beautiful. It's a force of nature that is absolutely amazing.
Yes, anywhere except where I live.
Yeah, but last night it was so annoying. Like around 2, 3 a.m. It started thundering so loud, I kid you not, the windows were shaking.
The walls were vibrating from the thunder, yes. And for like an hour straight.
The room, it was like you're standing in daylight. The room
Yes.
just remained completely lit.
And we had the blinds closed, so like...
Not at first, I woke up with the first light.
Our blinds, I had rolled them down, so we left it, we let in like 5% of the light coming from the outside, which at night is fine, and like when dawn happens and the sun comes out, that's also fine. You wouldn't wake up from this if you're sensitive to light, at least we don't.
I am.
But the room was
Like how it
lit
goes, we
in
don't.
blinding white light. It looked like the screen transitions in... Which game did that? I want to say Skyward Sword, but always was like fade to white. It was like that. I had my eyes closed and I saw the room around me light up. And it was loud.
And it lasted so long. That was...
1.5 hours or so?
Yeah, that was more surprising.
Yeah, rolled over the country.
That's really dramatic.
Yeah. So, we barely slept. And now it is humid and very warm. We're at like 100 degrees. And it's the same inside and I'm
like that for a
sweating.
while.
So, our brains will probably not brain as well as they usually do today. And I know that's a stretch, but I mean that.
Also, the time has come!
Oh.
I almost missed that.
My
For-
Danganronpa roleplay killing game server has just started. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
that's kind of cool.
Do the people who are in it know that that's going to happen? How exactly does that work? I wouldn't...
Just invite a couple people to do like this high school roleplay thing.
I mean, possible.
Have like one imposter in the group that knows this is gonna happen and that triggers the event, and then you can be Monokuma.
Yeah, I mean, like, are you the DM? Like, I'm stuttering, I'm sorry. I'm thinking kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, like somebody has to have a script, right? I would imagine. Or is it just go nuts and we go with the story as it unfolds?
That's usually what you do with roleplaying. Like you have a storyline and you all follow.
I wouldn't know, I only roleplay cool people in my head. Whenever I try to act on it, I fail and people make fun of me.
I mean, fair enough. I was about to step outside and then my mom called me real quick, and then as I turned away, she'd got hella bright.
Oof, yeah, good thing you were not outside with. You just avoided getting hit by the lightning, the discharge, or I got hit and got ported to it. You tapped into the morphogenetic field and switched universes, I think. Or you just made it safely. Either way, I'm happy to have you, and I'm happy to see that you're doing well.
That portal would be kind of cool though.
Portal?
Yeah.
What portal?
If like you could actually summon portals with lightning. Like lightning hits and then for
Isekai.
a couple seconds. Exactly.
No.
No?
No, because
Do you
even
want to be stuck in an RPG?
I feel like I am. Do you know if somebody made the joke, hey, you can actually get isekai'd if you get hit by lightning? Do you know how many people will die from getting hit by lightning on purpose? So no, you cannot do that. It's a joke. We're making fun of a situation here to cope with it, people. Just saying. I'm a mastermind, people applied for the server. Okay, so they all know what's gonna happen. After the... I'm guessing there's an end to it at some point. Like, do you then set up a new one? Or do you, like, archive a thing and start a new one for people who want to keep going? If you already thought, like, that far into the future about this.
You can keep going with new characters every time, I suppose.
Potentially. Yeah. Or if anybody survives, have them come back.
What world would you like to be isekai'd in? Well,
Pokemon.
we've already been
Easy.
isekai'd once.
That's true. And I'm happy we got out of it. No contest, Pokemon. It's always Pokemon. Pokemon is a world where it's completely fine and nobody bats an eyelid, where people send out their undereducated 10-year-olds out to just travel the world on foot by themselves. And I mean, you call your kid occasionally, potentially, but you assume it's going to be fine. Like, That's amazing to me. The world of Pokemon as shown in the games and in the anime in particular is like my mental utopia. If I could change the world, I would want it to be like that.
I think if anything, you would more get morphed into a like real life version of Pokemon.
Like the comic, the manga.
Yeah, and then you get blown up by
where
a
you
wall,
encounter a Cyber and it
Voltorb.
has a bad day and it runs over to you and it just cuts you in half and then you're dead.
Yeah, stuff like that.
No, I want the anime Pokemon world. That one. That one in particular. What about you?
I think I would really just go for RuneScape, honestly. Like, I know my way around. I would
Tifa just standing in the forest all day. Chopping wood. Getting to 99. Then to 120.
I mean, I like the RuneScape world. I would be stuck in that.
Nah. What about all of you? That's a good question.
Probably get Isekai to World War II Germany.
Wait, no, Skinner, the question was, where would you like to be isekai to? I haven't been around, thankfully, 80 years ago in Germany, but I can tell you, you would not have a good time. For multiple reasons. I said that at the same time. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Sorry. Fair enough.
I don't know why, but it kind of reminded me of what's that German movie called about Hitler being...
The German what?
The German movie, what's it called again? About Hitler being brought back to life and he turns up again in the current time.
He's back. It's
oh, it's literally called He's Back.
Yeah, it's He's Back. It's I haven't read the book. Apparently, it's good. A lot of people like it's sold really well. Erst wieder da. Yeah, he's back.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
He's back in English.
I had to think of that.
The idea is that Hitler just suddenly shows up in the current time. I haven't read the book and I haven't seen the movie because I don't really care about that historical person. And he isn't like the genocidal maniac anymore. He's just like trying to be a member of society, but he's still like kind of Hitler-ish. And then he decides to become like a Fox News anchor kind of person, like a talking head on the TV.
I still need to watch that movie.
I have no idea what happens after that. I just read the blurb on the cover at some point and then I put it back because like, nah, I'm good.
Also, Danganronpa Isekai sounds like fun. Like, no matter how much I do like Danganronpa, I don't think I want to be stuck in that world.
Okay, spoilers.
Let's keep it exciting.
Spoilers for Danganronpa. Well, I've got my hands up because I still haven't done a spoiler overlay, but I've always wanted to because of Tifa.
Because of me. You're the one that's been spoiling the majority of things.
Danganronpa Isekai, yes, but only after the events of V3 have been canonized. Not before. End of spoiler.
Oh.
There you go. If you know, you know. You're welcome.
Don't know if you know. Oh, that's
What?
that time I was reborn as a slime? No, that time I got reincarnated as slime, no?
Yes. Yes, that one is amazing. I didn't think I would like that show. We've only watched the anime. But it's really good. I cried. I didn't expect that.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they need to make more. I want them to finish the show. Of the story, first of all.
We are fully caught up now. Quite sure we watched last season.
Yes, I also still want them to make another season of No Game, No Life. That looked like... The story is great, I like the characters, I like the writing, but the visuals, it's like...
I fully agree, but...
Stunning. Every frame is an
not
artwork.
happening, I think. I think you need to give up on that.
Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Obviously gonna get Potter's Universe 7, our universe, and Dragon Ball. Did Dragon Ball also do a multiverse thing? Really? Really? One day I'll turn Super Saiyan.
You already are.
To me you are. Yes, very much. You are Super Saiyan... That. You're Super Saiyan 5. It's the part where you just don't have hair on your head anymore. It just all comes through the beard. And it doesn't need to be blonde. No Game, No Life was alright.
I'm having a brother-sister complex. I mean, I understand the brother-sister complex part, but I thought the story itself was fun. The visuals were absolutely stunning.
Have you seen the movie? I cried like a little kid.
The movie was surprisingly good, but not what I want.
No, it's not what I wanted, but we watched it and I was bawling my eyes out. I had a massive headache afterwards. Yeah.
Funnily enough, I started watching, started watching Bleach recently.
It's so aggravating to watch. I want to read the manga now.
A tiny bit. Like, it stalls more in the story than I thought it does.
A while ago.
It has some Dragon Ball moments.
I think it was Shrift. Shrift came in and was like something about One Piece, where it's a 20-minute episode and 6 minutes of a recap of the last episode. Then there is 2 minutes talking about what happened, and there's like 4 minutes of plot, and then there's just 4 minutes of whatever, also filler. And that is Bleach so far. Like, it's on Disney Plus, an episode is like 24 minutes. There's the intro and the outro, plus the credits for all the languages, so that's like 6 minutes already. And of the remaining 18, 10 minutes is a recap. And then you have 8 minutes left.
I mean, I'm still kind of enjoying it.
And it
Not
moves
every
slow.
episode is like that. But still.
I want to read the manga.
The rule was still normal human. Yeah, okay, fair. But you can be everything and we'll just say it counts as a human.
But the cool thing about that slime universe is even if you are a normal human, you can change that as per the rules of that universe. Also kind of interesting.
You can change that.
Isn't it so that like every creature, whether it's monsters or humans, they can like level up and like evolve and like
monsters
ascend?
do? I don't think
they are
do.
human heroes. They
yeah,
also
but
have
they
skills.
didn't like level up, I think.
I think they do.
I don't think that was true level up.
Welcome to Jack and Tifa talk about anime badly, where they don't remember all the plot points that they're discussing live.
Basically.
Bleach is dope. Hit up anime filler. If there is a website that tells me which episodes I should skip and which ones I should watch, the show is done badly.
I want to see how many it has.
I've Bleach, but the filler skips in time and it can be annoying. It's painful.
Okay, but this is not as many though.
Filler episodes 33, 50, and then 64 to 108.
Yeah, okay. Here it turns a bit more. Well, I'm not that far yet. I'm like
20 episodes, 2 to
around 40, I believe.
It's a lot of filler. It's not Naruto bad, from what I can see. Really.
So it also makes sense that I didn't see any fillers really yet. But with like Naruto,
some of these, but well, I can tell you that even the episodes that are
so
not
many.
specifically pointed out as filler on that website do very much feel like filler to me. I'm just saying. I understand it. They need to stretch out the runtime. They have funding. They want the people to keep watching and stuff. I get it, but I don't like it.
I don't really mind fillers, as long as it's not every second episode.
You know what I don't mind and what happens every episode? It is me asking Tifa to do recaps. Tifa, what has happened the last time we played Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward?
I can make this rather...
I will start you off. We rated every Gen 5 Pokemon. And then while we were doing it, like during the first break, I felt bad because we took like an hour doing this and I didn't know whether we would still get anywhere in the game. But then we did. We finished an entire segment of the story again. Tifa, tell people what happened during that part.
Well, the most important bit is that we finished another room together with Clover this time and Luna. We went to the archives.
Archive.
For a second I thought, you know what, never mind. We went to the archives, we got stuck there for a bit, but all good. We managed to finish it. Then we skipped through the infirmary part where we had the whole...
I'm sorry, I hate to burst your bubble, but Jack finished the archive. I'm happy sharing credit when it's valid, but I finished that last puzzle. With everybody hating on me for where I was doing it. But I would like to point out that it was me and only me
You did
who
not
did it.
finish it. You were the one that took a high risk to a solution we gave you. Other than that, we managed to go to the infirmary where we had the whole, oh, we're infected by a virus thing.
Yes.
Quark trying to kill himself, Alice running off,
The
following
X-Levere
Alice.
moment happened once again.
This time we actually managed to find Alice in the crew quarters.
Yes.
And she was very much dead.
Yes, somebody, potentially she herself or somebody else, stabbed the scalpel through her or into her chest. And then we checked if she was alive.
Which shouldn't have been possible with that high armor protection.
True, she had 99 defense. It should have just bounced off if you ask me. But yes, Alice is dead. And then we got another bad ending. But then something else happened.
I've said an achievement.
I've said this before, but when we're streaming a game, I don't play the game off stream. I never do that.
Yes.
I broke that rule on Sunday. And here's why. As we got to the bad ending thing, we unlocked an achievement in Steam. And I will tell you what it's called. It says, "Why'd you do that, you Dumas?" I'm guessing it's a play on Dumas, and the French novelist Alexandre Dumas is, I think, how you pronounce his name.
What does he even have to do with this?
I don't know, and I have not looked up what Dumas did in his life because I will probably get spoiled. But
how do you even think of this then? Like, oh, this person has nothing to do with it, but I think never mind.
I will not Google things that are mentioned in a story-heavy video game because spoilers. That's not the point. The point is the achievement reads as follows. So the title is "Why'd you do that, you Dumas?" And then, as the description, it says, "Opened the 8th lock in Virtue's Last Reward." So apparently we've unlocked something. So I did load the save file, and it looks like at least one of the parts where we went into a to be continued bad ending moment, it has changed color, which you'll see in a moment.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because now we actually finished all of the branches on the one side. So it makes sense that you can now continue.
I don't know if that's it, but we're gonna look at this together.
We're gonna find out.
So, first we have to restart the game, as always.
One Piece isn't as bad with the recaps for most of its episode. Oh, you started rewatching it. I kinda wanna start One Piece, but the amount of episodes... By the time you're even there, it's gonna be done. You're acting like it has 12 episodes that you're going to binge watch and then you need to wait for the next one.
I will buy 60 televisions and watch all the episodes together at the same time. Tifa, look up One Piece.
It's a fan project that edits the anime down to size according to the
manga without filler. Ooh! Why is that necessary?
Some people enjoy fillers though. It's like a side story.
Yes. I will check that out when One Piece is done. Now, people.
Oh yeah.
There,
I'm
look.
People.
Look. Yeah, you are people too.
People.
This icon here, this one.
That's a lock.
Is a lock. We've seen those before. That's where the game ended and I pressed the wrong button. And there's one here, and there's one here. Now these two have changed apparently. So...
No, that's the one we've seen.
Oh, look at this. Apparently we opened 2 locks.
But we've seen this one. This is how do we stop... Wait, who planted the bomb?
Okay, so...
This is the one...
So apparently... being able to run after Phi after we betrayed her was already a locked thing. I guess I keep pressing the wrong thing. But now we got this.
That one we can do.
So I'm saying today I would like to go back here and see if we now can continue this, and hopefully the game will finally explain how and why. Sounds good?
Go for it.
Technically, all of this was still a recap. There you go, Tifa.
My student is absolutely incompetent. Makes me so mad. Could write a whole essay.
Do it. Do it.
Write the
Drop
essay.
it on Discord and we will publish it for you.
What
are you doing?
I wanted to see where exactly we are in the thing.
Oh, we're looking for Alice.
You know, it's very handy if you suddenly jump into a new place to see what happened just before it, so you know where you are. Back to the game. It's okay.
Oh.
Oh, this was directly after she was dead.
Oh,
okay.
So you need to have watched her die in the other ending to unlock the things.
Where did she die?
Here. There.
This is the one where... No, that's the
go
game
back.
over.
No, don't press return.
Oh.
It's right click to unzoom.
Where did Alice die?
If you give me the mouse, I can show you. Here. This one.
Oh, so now...
Okay, so in order to continue from a point where the game kicks you out of the game, you have to see another part of the game so that you can tap into the morphogenetic field to see that again.
This might get really confusing. But let's go for it. Watch 10 seasons of Supernatural, 24 episodes, 1 hour. That's not a... Oh, yeah, okay, that's not an ending.
Granted, I wasn't working. The rest of your comment has been invalidated. If you have the time, then more power to you. I don't have the time, so Tifa's point still stands. If we started watching One Piece and watched it in real time and all episodes, not skipping fillers, not using one pace, then I predict it would take us a year if we watch nothing else, which with me is very unlikely.
The funny thing is, though, most things I hear about One Piece is people saying that it doesn't really have fillers. And that every single episode is like part of the story and makes some kind of
sense,
advancement and makes sense. And I do kind of like that. I mean, most people who say that are also very hardcore fans, and I think
they might be biased, but haven't watched it myself, so I couldn't tell you.
So it's nice to see the difference height.
What isn't nice is this. For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely.
Poor Alice.
My mind reeled, and then just as I'd begun to adjust, it was gone. As if nothing had happened. What was that? It was the same sensation I'd felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad. I need to find Alice now. But where could she be?
Well, even in there it looked like the quarters.
Yeah, the crew quarters.
Yeah. They stretch one manga chapter, maybe 5 minutes material into 20-minute filler recaps. Are you looking forward to the live action?
I'll take your word for it. What happened in this timeline? Were we in the garden? Let's double check that real quick.
This was the green. What was the green door?
We have...
Go up, see what the green door is.
We had been in the archives.
No, the archives was the previous one. She died in the other line, no?
No. We've been to the archives. So
we're still on the same line as we were on Sunday.
Wait. We did the first round of the Ambidex game. Then we chose Betray, pissing off Alice. And in this one, we went through the green door and went to the archives. Yeah. I'm confused because I thought that was
That's the one we
something
found her then.
else.
After the archives, we found her dead, and that's where it ended. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, but apparently either we misremember or the game is throwing us for a loop.
The game
together with a small
this
fly.
one tiny fly, like how long does it live? Don't these have a lifespan of like 2 days?
What makes you think it's the same one?
We must be on like its great granddaughter's generation of this fly now that's been
Sir
told to hunt us.
Maximus the 500. Damn it, Alice, where are you?
Wanna go straight?
It has to be, right?
I mean, in our vision it was.
What about the crew quarters? Yeah. Yeah! That has to be it! I set off at a dead run.
Also
Got
with
another
anime,
achievement.
like One Piece and everything, I understand watching it in dub, because then you don't need to pay full attention, but you can listen in the background. I do the same with Bleach.
I listened to Tifa in dub. We've tried subs, but she was too lazy to keep writing. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room.
Let's see if she's in there.
Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. I swallowed the door.
Oh, this is just before she's alive. Or just before she's alive. Just
Wait,
before
we
she
went
dead.
all the way back in time before she was born? What? That's a lot of time we just skipped backwards. I wish I had subs like an AR glasses. I can understand what people are saying. That is one of the reasons why I wanted something like Google Glass to like become mainstream. That's one of my main reasons. Imagine how awesome that would be. Like looking at something and not having to get out your phone and Google what that is, but your phone, like you can just see what it is. I want to live in that future. Alice, so you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
Time traveling. It's okay, I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No. I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us?
Who was Zero Jr. again? The bunny.
The bunny.
The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Why would you think that's a good idea?
Maybe the virus does something with your brain.
Oh yeah, we've
Like
talked
a
about this.
parasite.
Yeah. We've talked about this. I remember saying that myself, I think.
From the looks of it, by the way, it looks like I was correct. You were like, oh, she's gonna get killed by someone.
Would
and I
you
was
like to elaborate on that?
That's what I'm doing now.
Oh yeah, sorry, there was like a 3-hour break in between those
It
sentences.
doesn't mean I'm letting it sink in that I was correct. This is probably gonna be a suicide, and you were like, oh no, she's gonna get killed. That's a point for me.
That's not a point for you, because do you know if there was somebody else in the room in the other ending?
No.
Exactly.
But that's why it's a point. Because I said there wasn't. We're still gonna find out now. Yeah, but that's the whole point. If I'm correct now.
How about you press a button and we find out what happens? Thank you.
Oh.
Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore.
Why do they all think they need to commit suicide?
It's also the timing is a bit of a coincidence, no? Like both of them starting around the same time.
I mean, to be fair, going back to this is the Radical 6 virus, that would be messed up. Like imagine like an airborne virus, like COVID, but instead of like getting like flu-like symptoms and being really sick to the point where you might pass away, it makes you suicidal. Like a virus that doesn't attack like the body and gives you like symptoms like that, but it attacks your brain.
I mean, yeah, but then even then, they're too close to one another. And I have a feeling we're all infected.
Potentially. We will find out, but first Tifa needs to sit like a human because Ranger, happy Tuesday. How are you doing?
I get
hopefully better. I will do it with you, Tifa.
Those eyes, who are they? Or whose are they? What's that from again?
Not Jaden Smith's. There are viruses and parasites that can alter behavior. That is true.
Yes.
That's true.
But I mean, even if that is the case, the fact that Quark started and immediately after Alice is a bit odd.
Maybe
no?
Alice had it first. It just kicked in faster with Quark because he's small. Maybe his immune system is compromised, because I think that's actually closer to what's gonna be like the revelation at some point. Because do you remember when we first learned that Quark had collapsed? Tenmuji was like, oh no, it's not like, what was it, anemia or something?
Yeah.
It isn't like that, it's more serious. So I'm guessing Quark already has something like that affects how his body works, or like what affects him. So if he already has a pre-existing condition, maybe Alice, being the spreader patient zero of Radical 6, just being around him was enough to have him be affected like that. Much quicker than we would think.
But you really think she would also get killed often?
I don't know.
Especially as a patient zero.
I don't know. Maybe something's triggering it.
Making my coffee for work prep, feeling like 70% strength, which should be enough for today. Just take it easy.
That's
like
one
down
more
a little notch.
than 69, which is nice. Still hoping you get back to 100. Yeah. Time of infection and incubation time is also a factor. We have learned nothing in the game so far yet about
That is true.
that. Maybe it's called Radical 6 because what it does to you is radical, and it takes 6 minutes to kick in. Would be messed up, but... You know.
I mean, it could be, true. Let's find out.
This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from.
Yeah, but
The only
honestly.
way I'm going to get out of here is to die.
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands.
So now it seems like we actually changed the future by saving Alice.
Yeah, a potential future at least. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I had apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. Can confirm, by the way, for everybody that has had the pleasure of never giving themselves a deep cut, it feels exactly to me like Sigma just described. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something! There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Shit, what am I supposed to do now? Oh man. Maybe the infirmary? Let's get all those medical things.
Are we dragging her along?
Apparently. Buoyed by the adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary.
We really do. Okay.
Yeah, he's just going full Howard mode. He's like, ugh. Besides, Alice is lighter than one might think, as we had established previously.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone.
That is true. If you really want to die here, why not let the bracelet do the job? True, it does make it more comfy than stabbing yourself, but you have no way to trigger it yourself. Actually,
Yes, you do.
You could by just refusing to go
Just
into
get
the next
penalized.
room. But do you really want to give the bunny that satisfaction?
Doesn't the bunny win either way in their minds, potentially?
But this way it's a going on your own terms kind of thing.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm guessing that's the difference. Like, I'm doing this to myself versus you are doing it to me, which in my opinion doesn't work, because if it wasn't for the situation you've been put into, you would probably not do this. You know?
I mean, yeah, but it's the only thing I can think of.
The bunny can get the win for all I care. I'm not gonna stab myself. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I am 100% on your side.
I don't think I could ever stab myself in the chest.
I hope not.
Body would go.
Yeah, it's like trying to hold your breath until you pass out. It's very, very hard to do. With most people, your body doesn't let you. Because, you know, like reflexes and stuff. I stabbed myself before on my finger when I was 8 with a wooden spear. We've all done something like this. I once stapled myself through my thumb. So, you know.
I think that's a different kind of pain than stabbing a scalpel into your chest.
With the intent to commit suicide.
So why did you stab yourself with a wooden screw?
It didn't hurt. Yeah, how about we avoid this entire conversation and you just press A and we focus back on that? I like that idea. I'm with you again. 1 minute cooldown.
You need to hear this.
What do we need to hear?
The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
Okay.
Who's Ricky Bobby?
What did it say?
Radical 6.
Oh wait, I was gonna say, like, we already know she has it. But that was when we found her in the garden and brought her back.
Yes.
And now we're back to the scanning part. Can I skip this?
It's Radical 6! Who would have thought?
Things coming up Sigma, huh?
So now we go like, oh, she's also infected, but we only have 1 dose of the medicine.
But we have 0 doses.
We already found one.
Not in this timeline.
I think we now skip the conversation where we have one. I can just press the up button here. Here. Oh no.
I gave her some supper roll. No.
Oh, okay.
What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are going to be playing against Clover.
Oh.
If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally.
That's what we're going with.
That means if she stays here, the two of you are going to be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are we gonna double betray her?
I was gonna say, like, why is this dude shit-talking us? But then I forgot, like, we are a piece of shit in
This is the
timeline.
timeline where we betrayed Alice. I would be happy with double betraying her.
We are a piece of shit here.
Go for the jugular. So basically my dumbass, haha, Dumas, was trying to push it through the top of the other one and slipped and went into my finger and was just hanging there, and I was like, should probably pull this out before it bleeds and I get in trouble. Yes.
I know.
That's a certified Tifa moment. I'm happy to tell you that she would do exactly the same thing.
Probably.
Yes, you would. And you would most likely be more worried about me bitching at you without pause than you having hurt yourself.
I mean, there is a... There is a chance.
Very high chance. Are you saying I'm gonna choose betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Can we really
Wait until I
say
get the
that
mouse.
after we did that?
Wait until I get the mouse. I only did that because I didn't know what was gonna happen if somebody reaches 0 BP.
Sure.
We hadn't been told yet.
Is that so?
Yeah. Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
As
like
a
last
matter
time.
of fact, yeah.
Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up. What?
Also, do both people from the pair need to go in the room?
Yes.
So we can't just send Luna alone?
Actually, no. One person of the group has to enter the room.
Yeah,
Just
so
one.
technically we could stay here.
And Luna goes
to
in.
vote.
Yeah. We could do that.
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all three of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
No, because now
doesn't
we
know
whip
that
out.
yet.
Now we whip out the note that we now found in the archives that says you can't do it.
Last time this conversation was the other way around.
Yeah, because they found.
Yeah.
Nope, doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. I pulled the scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
This is still new.
Wait.
What's this?
No. We found it when we went to the archives.
I mean, technically it's the same, but because you're now the one saying it, it's new.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess we only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Can you skip that? Nope.
But we know voting is
Not
not an
voting
option.
is an option of every group. At least one person needs to vote, otherwise penalties. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks betray...
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier?
Yes, actually.
We seriously have zero right to be the one shit-talking Dio.
I mean...
Our character so far has been a bigger douchebag than Dio has.
No, we haven't.
Excuse me?
Oh, you mean the whole, like, very creepy sexist stuff? Yes.
Well, and that.
Okay, fair.
I didn't even think of that, so yes.
Yeah, we skipped over that in the recap.
We're creeps.
Sigma went full horn dog slash...
Oh, it was really bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No way am I gonna choose betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to
That.
0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
Are we now gonna have a deep philosophical discussion about her wanting to commit suicide anyway? So is it really bad if we vote yes, as in Dio votes betray? Because it's what she wanted to do anyway, right?
No, it's not where we're going.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all three of us. That means we're
Poor
sharing
Tenmyoji.
a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me.
Yes, because like on the shit list, you are second after Sigma, if you ask me. No? Is that unfair?
Out of the entire group so far, maybe Alice still in between, and then Dio. The Alice who betrayed us in between.
Then again, back then she didn't know about the consequences of that, so...
I think Alice
you
was
blame
quite
her?
clear about a whatever the cost.
Fair enough. I guess.
Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Accidentally pressing the wrong button.
Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
I bet he has a crush on her.
Made such a big deal out of it, and then he's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's not for our ears, I think.
Yeah, but he could have also gone with, I just want to go with Alice.
Maybe Tenmyoji is like... not the ancestor, but the opposite. the offspring of Alice. Tenmyuji is so interested because he traced his like heritage all the way back to her. She's like his grand times hundreds mother.
So Seven and Alice are related?
Apparently. If that's what you want to go with, then yes.
You're the one that said Tenmyuji is 7.
Maybe.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
We should hurry up.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go. What?
Good thing time stands still when we conveniently need it to.
Exactly, we need to diss Dio for his actions.
You're staying too?
Yeah. Something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
I trust Kay.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm guessing in all the premonitions that Phi has had yet, she never saw Kay win. Or she saw something about Kay that makes her go, yeah, he wouldn't leave anyway.
Or she just thinks he's a good guy.
I don't think Phi or Sigma are the kind of people at this point that go like, oh yeah, I just trust you because I trust you.
Well, she trusts you until you prove otherwise. She trusted us before. Also, 2
worried.
X's on his head. Can that mean anything?
No. He is okay. Yes, he is.
I
Still
really
want to know what Kay looks like underneath all of that armor.
Yeah.
Will we ever see
I
that?
really don't think... Yeah, I think so. There's going to be a big reveal under his armor. And that's why I also don't think he's 0 or anything. Because that's the big thing they're gonna go with. This is a surprise person. And that's gonna be his big reveal. Not that he's evil or an actual robot. That's fine.
I'm writing down another prediction. Kay has a... Exactly that. It's a Samus Aran thing from Metroid. Where people play for a game like, oh wow, this robot-looking bounty hunter is super cool, and at the end it's like, oh my god, it's a girl. Exactly. Yeah. It's exactly what I was writing down right now.
That could actually be.
I think that's gonna happen.
Kay won't betray me.
Oh, she says that extremely sure.
How can you know that?
I just do.
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's a good question. Had something happened between Phi and Kay while they were out exploring.
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for my team.
We did, I'm just saying.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
Dim dim.
4 minutes remain.
Who is Kay?
Ambidex Game polling closes.
I don't think we will learn that until the very end of the game.
I think so. I am pretty sure Kay is a good guy though.
Kay is
Or
actually Alice. It's a time loop kind of thing. How can humans trust each other? I think there's a lesson to learn here, Dio.
And Sigma.
Yeah. I wonder if we at some point learn why Dio is the way he is. But maybe not.
Come on! We need to hurry!
All right, you kids. Take care of those 2, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off.
So now we get to make another choice again.
Yes. I gave one last quick nod to find Clover before heading back for the warehouse at a dead run. Sigma is really into short distance sprinting, isn't he?
I mean, we are.
With all the doors in between, he has like, wait, open door, open door, wait, open door.
You're like pushing against the door.
Everybody ready? I'm I'm going to open my AB gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay. Let's go. This is the third AB game, right? Nope, it's the second. We went that far back. It's only the second one.
Yeah.
2 more AB games. 2 more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms.
In one of the previous routes, this is where we betrayed Fi and had the ending where she got to the 9.
Yeah.
What should we start with? Betray or...
I lost the overview. It's the second round.
Remain until Ambidex Game.
I think that's the most important part right now.
Yeah, it's a bit hard
Open
with
the
so many jumps.
Don't just tease the flowchart. So, this is first round.
First AB round was here.
This is the first round. Then we chose to betray Alice, had the fight, went into the archives, did the thing we did last stream, got the game over, and now we're picking off there, except this time she's not dead.
Yeah, that's the problem with now such a complicated flow, because this losing the overview, I think is gonna happen
to us as well. Yes.
Quite a lot.
It's only gonna get worse too, I think.
I think so as well.
Despite us trying to like finish the branches like that are closest to each other first. Imagine like going like rightmost, leftmost, middle.
Yeah, I really think we should stay
for our
within
own sake.
a branch for our own sake, yeah.
I mean, how are you going to vote?
What are we gonna go for first?
No
Betray
question.
or...
If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course,
Should all be
I
the
think
same.
so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Apparently not.
Man is not meant to process this much info. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I agree. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. Inconspicuous grin. For a minute, the Nonary Game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what?
A scar from
But
where we cut ourselves.
We were bleeding, but we never... I mean...
It's
you were able to skip the whole Adam section, so we never got like a bandage or anything?
It's a scar. Oh, that's not a scar. Sigma! Oh man. Did he went back to the lever?
I am so thoroughly confused, and especially after the very, very wrong conversations that happened leading up into and inside the archive. Apparently Sigma had a couple minutes to spare off screen that we weren't aware of. He went full Shinji, potentially.
It can't even be the scar.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. This is not supposed to be censored blood, because we have seen blood in this game before and it wasn't white. Either this is some, and hear me out, this might be a stretch. This is some science fiction bullshit, like artificial blood. They also use a similar thing in some of the Metal Gear Solid games. Spoilers, no spoilers.
Where by jumping he took some of it along.
No, his blood is just white. That would also normally make him more pale, but just assume that his blood is white.
I didn't see that coming.
Or he's a robot. Or I don't think it's either one of those. I think this is a symptom of him having done the universe swap time travel bullshittery.
That makes more sense.
Or it's semen.
I seriously have no clue.
And I hope it's not that, because I don't want to read those lines.
Going for it.
What the hell is this? Other than Tifa skipping my line.
You already said it.
When?
I don't know, usually,
show me an hour log.
Usually you say it first before we go into...
No.
Here.
I was waiting for us to finish the conversation.
Yeah, you never do.
For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand.
I mean, it's a possibility, Skinner.
Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid.
Acting all innocent.
For a moment I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand.
From his hand. So we go back to the robot. Or the timelines are connected. This is the time where he's actually doing fighting like Alice. He gets cut.
Shut the fuck up. They replaced his blood to freeze him. He was one of the people that was in the cryopod. To store him, they froze him. And in order to be able to freeze a person in this game, they need to replace your blood so that it doesn't like crystallize and then you die in the process. There you go.
But...
It's like antifreeze.
I'm not sure how you would...
Replace somebody's blood with a dialysis machine. They exist. It's a thing. You already do this to people when their kidneys and stuff aren't working. You literally do this. You clean somebody's blood. You attach them to a machine. You have it go through there. You do the thing.
Yeah, but you replace it with like blood.
Yes, and
not with some anti-freeze liquid. If I do that to your body, you dead.
It's artificial blood. It's blood made with the express purpose of keeping them from dying in the freezing cryo thingy process.
But then why did it start now? And
Jack
that's why
is correct.
I think...
Thank you. It takes the blood out, cleans it, then puts it back in. Yes, and I'm saying they use a similar mechanic, except they draw out the blood, and instead of cleaning it and putting it back in you, they put this other liquid inside of you.
I mean, I know something like that exists. I just find it not realistic that it was replaced with an anti-freeze liquid. If it's like artificial blood, I can...
Tifa,
sort of agree.
Time travel. But you don't believe swapping somebody's blood in a story where time travel is happening.
Not realistic.
It's science liquid, Tifa. Just
okay. I can agree with the science liquid, but I still think the reason why the science liquid is there is because the time flow is sort of overlapping, and him cutting his hand earlier in the fight with Alice is now showing here.
Oh my god! No, wait. I'm going fully deep in. Also, no, Skinner. That's disgusting. Sigma, listen. Sigma was in the... There were 3 cryopods, right?
That we know of, yes.
Yeah. And Sigma was in the 3rd one. Hence 0, 3. 0, the 3rd.
What's with the 0, 3?
Sigma is 0.
Sigma is not 0.
Yes, he is.
He is not 0. I am telling you.
Sigma was frozen in pod 03.
He's not 0.
There we go.
I do not believe that Sigma is 0.
Watch. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood?
I think this is now a good moment to test.
I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Maybe Sigma is actually a horseshoe human. that has a different color
Those
blood.
have blue blood.
Yeah, human versions have white blood.
Also foreshadowing, the reason why he was suddenly feeling fear is because he realized, oh shit, this gives away that I'm in on this experiment. I will not show you this.
No, that's more shock and
Nah.
a natural reaction.
Nah. Horseshoe.
Yes.
Tifa is talking about horseshoe crabs, which
They
are
have
used
blue
in
blood.
medicinal experiments where they use their blue blood for its special, like, specifics.
And maybe the human versions have white blood.
No. It's anti-freeze.
Oh, but we can go with time travel, but we can't go with horseshoe humans.
Yeah, yours is unrealistic. Clearly. When both are in the room but don't vote, does it count as a regular vote that just defaults to ally? Probably not.
Well, if we're in the room and didn't vote, it doesn't count as a vote. So we're fucked.
I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it.
Yes. Milk.
That's even... It sounded even stupider as I said it. Yeah.
Really?
He's scared and just denying it because he doesn't know what's happening, not because he's zero.
It's really thick coconut milk. That's good for my skin. Yeah.
But...
Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Sigma is kind of like your grandfather. Like, you're finally at the doctor, because she's the closest thing to a doctor we got. You are finally able to tell your concerns and all your ills and ailments and all of that, and then you go like, no, I'm fine.
Which is why I'm saying Sigma is zero, and he is subconsciously realizing that, oh no, this gives it away.
No.
Just wait, Tifa.
Sigma is not zero.
Luna, go vote first, please. Hang a moment here. Would have sounded less stupid than milk.
The best way to now talk out of this, though, is by just saying it's actual cum. I mean, we've already had the super weird conversation. We're already known as a pervert. Just go, how about you vote, so that I can continue looking at your ass or something. Like, if you want to talk yourself out of it, that's the way to go, because that's the best way for her to stop this conversation.
Also talking about, just the way Skinner is doing to all of us right now, to continuously keep talking about our semen is most likely going to change her into wanting to get out of this conversation just as much as I do. Yes, that would work. If you gross out people, they generally, stop being in that moment.
That distracting me from running my death game with your perviness.
Well,
it's Sigma though.
It's not us. We are reacting to what is happening in front of the screen. We didn't choose this.
How about you put Sigma in the death game?
Yeah, as a plot device. Somebody looks at their hand and suddenly they have a white sticky fluid in the palm of their hand.
Don't forget Tick.
Oh man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
4 minutes, huh?
They talk faster than you think.
30 seconds remain.
Time to vote.
Polling closes.
There you have it.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. Took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down, just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand.
I'm glad we got that.
Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
Okay, what are we gonna go for, Ordo?
Until
Betray or ally this time?
closes. 9,
Ally, of course.
7, 6, 5.
Oh, that answers. That answers that. I think ally is also the better choice, but Jack wants to betray.
Whoops, I slipped
It
again.
wasn't me.
Imagine being that dick
Of the Ambidex
that
has been
Pitched at Dio.
chooses betray after having that fight with Dio and after having Clover stay behind.
Wait. I want to see if you picked the right choice. You can't see it
You
yet.
don't see that yet.
Oh.
We will see that next time. Can I find your address, Jack? You can do that because I need a short break, and then she can show up and I will show her our white sticky hand.
Try to say, busted not then confirm that I'm a robot or part of some experiment or whatever this book is about. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna end the questions.
Next time at work, like in a meeting.
BRB, bye.
BRB.
See you in 3 minutes.
We back.
I spent the entire break trying to think of a semen joke, but I failed, so there you go.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Where?
House.
That was funny in my head, sorry.
Thank you for your participation.
You're welcome, everybody.
I was not sure where you wanted to go to. I did have to think of this comic you once posted about a warehouse.
Yeah, but that one seemed confusing for people, so I get it.
It was pretty good. It took me a second, but it was pretty good.
It was 2 shots of a house, and then there was a full moon, and then it was like a bigger house. It's like
Turned into a warehouse.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room, and I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
Why?
It was Luna.
I didn't have an answer for her. I think... Oh no, this is different. So glad it wasn't me who was playing the asshole. We have to. I think we have to get all endings. I have to make the bad choices too. And if it makes everybody hate me,
Ally first.
then it will only hurt more if I choose betray later.
Like ease into it, but no.
I'm getting the bad choices out of the way first.
Oh, now we're on the short path.
Yeah.
So the...
Tifa, short. Remember last time?
Yeah, okay. The ally bit is the better path, at least.
I didn't have an answer for her. All I could think about was that white liquid. Is Sigma Skinner? What was it? Don't answer it. Some kind of discharge? Blood? No. It couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white, that was insane.
Pus.
That's disgusting. Shut the hell up.
Maybe he just had like a secret, what's
I
it
will
called, an
pay
access?
you to stop talking. How much?
It's not worth the money. That got cut when
name your
Alice
price.
cut
Thank you, Psycho. Thank you. Thank you for making her like
Write
snap
it down.
back. No.
It's a theory.
I'm writing the following down.
I just wanted you to write it down.
Tifa is sick and needs therapy. Jack. I should be appalled, but at this point I should know better.
What do Trump and Jack have in common?
She could have named any amount and I would have paid him. Like, your loss. I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Jack 2024. And the disgusting thing about that is, I would not be the worst president America had. Arguable, but I would think so.
Rigged.
Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
Yeah, everyone picked ally except for us.
Her usually warm personalities seem to have gone cold. Whether it was because I'd chosen betray or because she'd noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say.
Excuse me.
And with that she was gone.
Wow. She betrayed us.
Hey Alice,
She left.
Luna, as you're leaving.
More like...
Just do the crazy about Mary thing and go like, oh, this is just for my hair.
Oh, just do the rubbing your ass so you have something on your lips.
That's disgusting. Where'd you come up with that shit?
You started it!
I was doing the thing from a movie.
I did a thing from a movie too.
Dumas Sigma choosing betray doesn't make sense in this context. He has no reason to. And he points that out. He doesn't know why he did it.
Yeah, he's confused himself too why he pressed that button.
I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed toward K, Dio, and Tenmyuji. Ding ding.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
And then all of them chose betray. Just like us.
It's just gonna be us. Look at these faces, that's just us. Kaylee's face there looked a bit like a grasshopper of some kind.
Okay, yeah, just us.
It's just us.
Yeah.
We're the asshole, it's us.
It's me, I'm a bad guy. The game made me do it.
The ending is now that we're just gonna leave.
Could be.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Actually, we try to, and Dio kills us.
Or K and Tenmyuji just beat the shit out of us.
I mean, that would be fully deserved.
We get knocked out like in the other end, exactly. Yep.
I'm kind of waiting for someone to actually kill us after all the shit we're pulling off.
Yeah.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Oh, look, guys.
Look at the time. I need to go to the store.
My goldfish still needs new cucumbers. I should totally go.
Forgot to water my goldfish.
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
No, but Dio.
I forgot Dio is here.
What the hell are you doing? Clover
Winning.
isn't even voting.
I have misjudged you.
Gotta go work out, going on vacation next month, I need to be prepared. Okay. Have fun.
Enjoy your
Thank you for the
workout.
lurk.
Oh, it's so late to go working out.
Please don't get white stuff on your hands out there. It's gonna be weird.
Kick butts.
Tell them you're a robot.
You get discounts then.
Potentially.
Actually, I'm not even going. I don't need a discount.
If you do that in the gym, I think you'll get charged extra.
Probably would.
I believe you should at least.
Well.
I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
I mean, cowardly, brave, who can say? There was nothing I could say. I had chosen betray of my own volition. But had I really?
Dum dum dum.
Had I really pressed that button of my own free will? The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button.
The Sigma head was Jack. He betrayed us all.
Are we going to go with there is some, like, I don't know, a ghost, a spirit, some divine being, like, influencing all of us?
They're gonna break a fourth wall. No, but afterwards you look a cow in the ass. It was definitely, I guess, the better decision to go for it. Just because of how the flow now went.
I did it for all of you.
It was pure luck though. I expected the betray route to be the longer one.
No. Do you remember that, I think it was Zabes actually explained to us, and like we can confirm now by the amount of choices we made.
Oh yeah, betray is always on the right side.
On the right side.
Oh, I forgot about that. True.
I remember. And you can tell from how the flowchart works by now. Just saying.
Fair, I forgot.
Perhaps it had been fear. I was scared by the white fluid that had appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point and I had decided that I had to escape as soon as possible. Damn the consequences. I figured out when the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare. It couldn't be real. White blood was insane impossible.
Can I take back my vote?
Yes, we can. It's called loading. That was when I looked up and saw the others staring at my hand. Shit. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late.
Why do we hide this now?
They moved toward me like wolves closing in for the kill.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Good question.
Isn't that obvious?
Oh!
It's not human.
Oh, Dio coming in with the robot.
Dio is on team Sigma's a robot. Okay.
Or Sigma's a horseshoe human.
Only you would believe that.
Not human.
No.
Says the guy in a robot suit. Sure.
I'll take it. What are you saying? Of course I'm human. I'm 100% human.
Then explain that white stuff.
Is there actually a being that has white blood?
I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. I don't know. Stop kicking cables. You have to believe me.
I'm afraid you're not being very convincing.
I mean, yes.
Just join for a moment, watch the stream later to see all of the Sigma robot theories. Hello Sabes, happy Tuesday, hope you're doing well.
Everything he said.
Oh, you're the one to talk, we can't even see you. You could be a robot.
This is not about K.
Maybe that's not even a suit, that's just you, robot you.
That seems extremely unlikely.
He hasn't even tried to take off the suit.
I would like to point out that I never wrote down K as a robot. No. We never said that seriously.
I really think K is not a robot. There is going to be someone in that suit, and I have a feeling it's even going to be someone we know as like the big reveal. That's gonna be his thing, I'm telling you.
Potentially. Wait, so Sigma is that dude that looks like a robot trying to No.
No,
Sigma
that's K.
is us, the player character. That's K.
Yeah, K is a robot looking guy
person
that is not, or apparently is not a robot, but we do not know for sure, seeing how he also hasn't even tried to take off the suit, apparently.
As far as we know.
However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity. I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
That's what a robot would
Exactly.
say.
They probably just programmed you to think that.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged.
Okay, yeah, I agree. We should beat him up.
Who has the jazz hands? Sigma, yes.
Yeah.
Us.
We should take him down.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
I'm just saying, we have this hand. Are you sure you want to come too close to us?
Or a robot confirmed, back to my bench.
Potentially. Potentially.
Don't come closer. I will use this.
Shazam! Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash.
I'm
Talking about
armed,
rashes.
and I'm willing to use it.
Please don't. I didn't have a choice.
We're making a sprint for the door.
I spun around and ran for the number 9 door.
No.
Have we seen Kay's superhuman jump out of the thing, just like Vi and stuff?
I think they forgot about it.
We're not gonna make that door.
I think Sigma's gonna run for the door and then Kay is gonna do the frog leap thing where he just appears in front of us.
Yeah, like what Vi did before.
I don't think so.
Or Dio is just gonna tackle us.
Yes.
He's probably used to wrestling with lions and bears in his circus.
That's a stereotype, but probably possible. Shit. Let go. Let go of me. I was no match for all 3 of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor, pinned. The desperation was only getting stronger, however, and I writhed and twisted in a futile attempt to get free. God damn it! You have to let me go! This is all some kind of mistake! A misunderstanding. It's a conspiracy.
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white?
Yes.
You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
Shit. Get off me. Let me go.
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this.
He's gonna knock us out.
Try not to struggle too much.
No. No. Don't.
Did he fart in our face?
I think so, yeah.
What kind of a sound was that? It was so bad, we even got dizzy.
I think that's the sound of like the robot suit stretching and he's got us in a headlock.
Oh.
And this is our vision blurring from, you know, lack of oxygen to the brain.
That makes more sense.
It's really dangerous, by the way. Don't do that to people.
Would have been funny if it really was the farting, because that kind of confirms he is a human.
The first thing I felt when I woke up was the hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. Kay must have suffocated me. My head felt like it had been stuffed with cotton and I had to put a hand out to steady myself as I stood up.
Did they put us in the pod?
AB room, yeah. I think.
It's not the AB room.
Oh shit!
I think we're in the pod.
It is the pod. Yeah, that's the shot they used for that other room.
I think we're locked in a pod.
Where am I? Is this the infirmary? How long had I been out? My foot bumped into something and I looked down to see the injection gun. A glass vial labeled Soporil was still attached to it. The anesthetic. After choking me, that made sure I wasn't getting up in the near future.
Don't think that Kay should fart in it. I mean, you have a point there.
Maybe his lungs can filter it out. That meant I could have been asleep for a long time. Where is everyone? I glanced around the room.
No, that's the infirmary.
Yeah.
So we're not in a pod.
It was empty except for me. It took me a moment to realize that was especially odd about that. A piece of paper just fell. By itself. We're being invaded by morphogenetic fields.
Why do I think everyone left? We were unconscious for so long that everyone managed to finish all of the rooms, get to 9 points.
And just carried everybody out. They left without us.
Left, and we are left behind as the only person. That's going to be the end. We die alone in the spaceship thing.
Or we leave after all of them already did. Depends on whether they locked us in.
Can we?
Yeah.
I thought the 9 door only
No, it only opens once. Oh, damn.
That means we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're gonna go boom with the big babies.
It took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Even Quark and Alice had disappeared. What the hell is going on? That was when I noticed it. Quark and Alice weren't the only things that had disappeared. Two other very important things were also gone.
2 other things?
My bracelet and my left hand.
Oh shit! True!
Here we go, the amputation plot device.
They just took his bracelet along for the
9 BP. For a long moment I just stared, dumbstruck.
Of course, they didn't even need to do the rooms themselves. He already had 9 BP.
What I was seeing couldn't possibly be real. But there it was, a smooth cross-section of my arm where a hand should have been. A thick white liquid dripped slowly from the stump.
They didn't even close the wound.
What is this? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. No!
He's all right now.
He's exclusively right now. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it.
Oof.
And then after that, nothing. deserved. Given the stakes of the situation, fully deserved.
That's a rough death, but yeah. At least they knocked us out first.
Nah, Jack, that was on you. I did it because I had to. I have to. Look. Now we can do the good thing.
Absolutely deserved.
Question.
Oh.
Do you think these two are the actual end?
No. I don't think you can get to the end until you did all of them, which has been... There's only one true ending, remember?
Yeah, true, people said that. Alright.
Did you jump back?
No, not yet, because I want to see if there's a new flash thingy. And...
No.
No, there isn't.
Bad end. I do like that we still woke up before we actually bled to death, though.
Assuming
Nice
that Sigma can bleed to death. If he's a robot, maybe he can also, like, his body is made to stop himself from bleeding out.
I mean, I guess.
But that would be horrible.
They should have added, like, some sort of visual.
No, they shouldn't have. No, Tifa. Only you want that. But of course, we never chose betray. That never happened. And now watch Tifa accidentally choose betray again. I hate the way you moved the mouse.
I'm an ally person. I would never pick betray.
Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Does someone else betray now, or do you think everyone picked ally?
Can you skip? No.
No.
Luna and I stepped out of the VAB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
What do you think? I think everyone actually goes for ally this time. No changes because of the jump.
It depends on whether Tenmyuji and Dio will be seen. Either only one of them is there because the other one is knocked out and sitting in the room.
That could be.
Or they're arguing.
Fair.
So you chose ally after all.
Always have.
I mean, so far, every time we picked a thingy, or every time we jump back, something else has changed.
That's true. Yeah.
Are you shocked?
To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they were all centered on one thing. The mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Isn't he dripping that white liquid all over? I mean, that's a lot. That's gonna...
Depends on how deep the cut was, I guess. Sure. Luna nodded and walked off toward the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. See, it's not normal blood.
Yeah, so it is coming out at least, now we know.
What in the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you'd never get anything that looked like that.
Of course you're human.
And I'd never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life, I'd never seen my body bleed many times. In 22 years of life, I'd seen my body bleed many times. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult.
Maybe he just turned colorblind now.
No, only you do.
Hey, I'm just saying, you can turn colorblind later. He has difficulty with the color red and now only sees
Out of
red.
all the dumb takes that come out of our mouths, that's a peak one. That's top 3. But every single time I bled red like any other human being. So why was it that this time it was white? What the hell is happening to me? See, there's another clue.
What are you doing?
To this being basically the anti-freeze version of blood. It isn't thickening.
Oh, it keeps going.
Yeah. It stays liquid.
Makes sense.
Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
Yeah, right. On my way.
He seems awfully happy. I think it's all ally.
I hope so. That would be nice. I did my best to compose myself and head over to join the others. Dum, dum.
Results from round 2 of
Here we
the
go.
Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention.
Do you think the announcer is the same voice actor as Zero the Third?
Don't think so. Oh, sorry.
Wow, Tifa. How dare you, after not having slept for the night, basically to be tired now? It's a high-stakes moment.
How is it possible?
Press the button.
Oh, someone picked Betray.
How do you... what?
Did you not see the faces?
What?
Oh.
They were the same as before.
Yeah, but the faces were like...
Yeah, of course. Because somebody anticipated somebody would pick Betray. And you don't know until you see the results.
Well, I always thought those were the expressions the moment they see the screen.
Subtracted accordingly.
No, I think it's them looking at the thing. We're getting there.
Also, one thing I don't get. Why didn't we actually go, hey, we're going to pick Betray on Clover so that I get 9 points, then I open the 9 door and we all leave together. We can take people along, no? Or was it that you all had to have 9?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you all, okay, never mind. Can't do that, yeah, okay.
Because of the rules that were explained to us, Tifa.
Yeah, I was like, why don't we just all go along then? But that was the thing.
Because we cannot.
Never mind. All ally! Heck yeah.
We'll have to play a couple more of the A-B games if we want to get everybody out. If only 2 people had not chosen Betray in the beginning.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Everyone doing well.
See? We're the good guy, people.
We would never be the bad guy.
Yeah, put it on the German. Why do you look at me like that? Because I do the hard choices here.
Historically speaking, there's a higher chance that you are the bad guy out of both of us.
Do we need to do like a running tally about all the atrocities committed by every single country? Because I'm not saying you don't have a point, but I'm saying if we bring up things that have happened in the past, good luck finding a country that is innocent.
Yeah, I have no.
Wasn't it the Dutch that were one of the biggest profiteers of the slave trade?
Slavery?
Yeah.
Colonies?
We can invade the Dutch again, Tifa.
No, I
hope
don't
it
remember.
doesn't come to that ever, because I prefer cooperation over annexation. But if we bring up history, we've done it before. If you want to go that way. Good comeback, good comeback. See?
Everyone voted ally.
Yes!
Yay!
We should be allies, Tifa.
They keep getting longer.
Yes. You noticed? Yeah.
You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose Betray after what Phi said to me?
I can show you. Wait. You take the cursor and you move it like here. This is unfortunate because of where Luna is standing right now. But I think the Betray button was somewhere in this area. On the previous screen, you freak.
I see. I see Sigma is... I said it before, but Sigma really is rubbing off on you. That shirt was fully blue, right?
I'm just saying, boobs and Betray both start with the same letter. Exactly. Coincidence?
It's all
Think,
connected.
people. Think. I'm just asking questions.
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Sometimes Tenmyoji reminds me a little bit of a cat. Like in this...
I know, right? The smiling cat thingies that do the arm thing?
Like in this expression, he looks like one of those happy cats. And it's
He has
kind of cute.
a very cute Exactly. Katze. Katze streicheln.
No.
He has a very
streamline.
relaxed, happy face.
Yes.
What did just happen to you? It looks not nearly as bad on camera as it...
I'll go with it.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
Look at Dio being the good guy.
We should thank the both of you as well.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You also chose Ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Mm-hmm.
Then thank you very much, Sigma.
Oh, wait. Look at his eyes. His mask does the happy eye thing. I only noticed this now.
Oh my god, look. Kay also has white stuff on his palm. I see it. Exactly, he's doing the happy cat face.
So happy.
Adorable. What a happy, cute game. Nothing bad ever happens
And
here.
we're all in this together.
Who did that song originally?
I don't remember. But I had to sing it during a music class once and it was absolutely horrible.
Understandable.
Especially because of the high fucking notes in there. We all sounded like cats too.
Maybe they were cats.
Sigma, are you alright?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Are we gonna show him? Yes, we're gonna show them.
Huh? Oh yeah. Looks like we're all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
I wanted to see someone die.
I need to poop.
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms.
That would be my way to get out of it.
And get shot down?
Actually, yes, multiple, but that thankfully didn't work.
We haven't seen bathrooms and stuff yet.
That's true. And nobody asked yet either. No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
Yep.
Heavy metal, you say?
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex
Can you skip that?
game will be star keys are required.
Will be star keys.
There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates
That's the last one now.
Yeah.
as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to?
Question.
That means...
Question?
The rule is you can only open the number 9 door if you have 9 BP, right?
Yes.
What if, by redoing the final third round of the Ambidex game over and over, people are gonna get more than 9 points,
That's fine.
but then they can't open the door?
Yes, that was explained in the room.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. I'm quite sure that was a part of it.
Was it you need 9 points or at least 9 points?
At least 9 points.
So why isn't it the 9 plus door?
I don't know. I'm quite
Because
sure
then
that
the
was
throwback
explained.
to the first game won't
Pretty
happen.
sure. But then sis, happy
Hello,
Tuesday.
happy Tuesday. How you doing?
Katze. Katze streichen.
How? Oh my god.
Those are the good pettings.
Yeah, the problem is that I need to get this hairband out of my face every single time, and I've got so much hair now that it takes forever. Oh my god. Actually, I just leave my hair open.
Still sure that there will be a twist that prevents them from just repeating the AB game.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I think we're going to find out in this one. Greater or equal to 9, yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna be okay.
There's gotta be at least 1 or 2 more twists. Also, answers, because We still don't know anything about anything really, or anybody.
Answers are gonna come later. You are way too early in the game to want to know answers.
They're gonna pull a Hideo Kojima and have the entire explanation for everything, all the backstory of the characters, everything is a 5-hour cutscene after the last gameplay part.
I mean, who knows? Could be.
Usually just simplify it to 9, but Zero Junior actually said greater or equal.
I was gonna say,
Thank
I
you.
remembered something like that.
I didn't. Thank you for reconfirming.
The only thing I don't get at this point, there is absolutely no reason, especially since you can keep doing this, there is no reason to still betray one another.
Yes, there
because
is.
at some point, everyone gets 9.
Yeah, but there is.
What is there?
To be an asshole.
Yeah, unless you want to be an ass, of course, but all you need to do is sit tight, do like 2-3 more rounds, and you're done.
Also, the rules have changed before. Who says that they aren't being changed while we're thinking, oh, we just keep doing this, we're just gonna keep choosing ally
That's
and
what
then we'll get up.
I'm thinking, that something is going to change in the game.
Yeah, like after 5 people hit 9 and the other 4 didn't, then Zero, the third, shows up, goes like, haha, by the way, screw you.
There's gonna be something.
We can play the AB game as many times as we like.
Yay.
That's what we're led to believe.
Could actually imagine that as a twist in this game. Zero Junior coming in and saying, oh, no, you have to have exactly 9 points.
Yeah, and then we will never beat the game because when we need to do the math for 9 people, how they can all reach 9 through a ally betray multiple choice thing. And no,
that would absolutely suck.
Yeah, it would.
Also not gonna happen at the current stand, I think.
Unlikely. Not with us on the
Zero
control.
Junior said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
True, we need to look at that now as well.
Solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Don't need to do it right away if you ask me, but...
Right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets?
How about we do that in the infirmary, where the other people are also?
No.
I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
See?
So that we don't have to have this conversation twice.
Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut.
And now it actually starts dripping, seeing how it's a liquid and he's like squeezing it out.
If Sigma is smart, which I think at this point he is, he keeps his hand inside of his pocket. So like before he takes it out, he just smears the rest of his stuff as hard as he can into the pocket inside him and go, look quick, oh la, it's a thing, bye.
See how he doesn't.
When the eyes land on my hand, my heart skipped a beat.
My heart skipped a beat.
There we go.
It's the Nonary 9 game, not a 9+
That's
game.
true. That's true. Could really be that way, otherwise there can't be any tension or drama left.
I would think so, yeah. So I'm very curious to see how they're gonna solve this.
So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos.
Why didn't we just have this entire conversation in the infirmary?
Although,
like she
I
said.
don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
I don't get why we're even trying to guess this.
This is like having a conversation with me when I'm trying to sound smarter than I really am.
Yes, it's a 2-minute walk to the infirmary, people.
But hey,
Let's
wait.
go.
Let's be fair. Listen, we are so hellbent on getting our theories in and like getting the approval of each other and everybody watching that we have a notebook with what we think. Give them a chance to. Give them a chance to.
But we can give them a chance in the infirmary.
But they want to be right, just like us.
There are a bunch of white doors in the floor B warehouse.
That's not what they're doing, though.
They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Yes, they're deducting.
They're talking about the next steps.
They're deducting.
On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark.
Completely different.
Are we finally gonna get to floor C? Or do you think there's gonna be another to be continued?
Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A.
I think we might get to see the pantry this time.
Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Now we have Luna doing most of the explanation.
Right.
Good luck explaining that to Dio again.
Or to me.
We get to choose, we're lucky.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to
Understandable.
check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
But Sigma won't.
What will you two do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
Well, Luna has seen it.
About what?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. You must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was what she wanted to talk about.
Makes sense.
I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Well, hold on. A private talk?
Yeah.
What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise, it's nothing.
Well, you see this? I'm pretty excited to be alone with Luna right now. So how about you move?
And then try to reach his face with the white stuff on my hand. Yeah.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
How rude.
To follow up on your joke. Wait, I have a punchline. I'm trying to think of a setup. You know what probably got Sigma most excited being in a room with Luna?
What?
Well, with all of those puzzles that they need to do, he started getting creative. And like this room there on the side, there's those 2 Milkmen Go comedy, so there's like word puzzles and like where you need to look at letters in a different order.
Mm-hmm.
And he read Luna's name backwards.
What? Anu?
You need to pronounce it slightly different, but you get the idea. Anyway.
That was like the worst joke like ever.
It's funny in my head. I'm just saying. It's one of those things.
I'm sorry, but this one did not work out at all. It's okay.
It's for the better, probably. Luna is a pure and noble maiden.
Not anymore.
Don't you dare. Okay, fine, I'm sorry. Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and faint disinterest and marched out the yellow door.
Luna 0.
Tenmyuji and Kei quickly followed.
I still stick to that.
Stick. In only moments all 3 had disappeared.
She's too innocent and pure and noble.
Those are the kinkiest ones. So, what was it that you wanted to talk about?
And?
I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Hmm.
Good.
Okay.
I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
The garden.
I'm just saying, maybe my joke has merit after all.
We're going to the garden.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. Luna, no! Well. Oh, wait!
Okay, we're really in the garden.
Wait!
Wait, what?
Ah! She's gonna tell us about the bomb. There was a bomb on the other side of that tree in the botanical garden in the other timeline.
Why would you only want to talk to us about it?
Because she didn't want to freak the others out for some reason.
It seems so weird.
I already bought the ring. Well.
It might not be what we're thinking. Keep the ring, but don't throw away the receipt.
Exactly.
You know this
The garden. Yes, well, sort of. If Tifa lets me read my lines. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Good thing I already confirmed it was the garden before.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice?
Let's have a tomato.
This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy.
Okay.
Dumas says eggs. Hello, youth. Happy Tuesday. How are you doing?
What he said. How's your day
Have
coming
you
along?
ever read anything by Alexandre Dumas? I don't think I have. I remember having heard the name before in school, but...
I've never even heard of the dude.
You're not helping the jokes, but you know nothing. Just pretend. Nope, reading is a rare activity for me. Fair enough.
Fair. I mean, I read quite a lot and never even heard of this dude, so...
I also don't know where it came from. It was the name of an achievement and it's not been brought up ever after that, so...
No.
Read both the Three Musketeers and the Count of Monte Cristo. Oh, that's both
written.
Dumas!
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I do know his works. I've not
Maybe-
read them, but I've seen the movies. That's close enough, right?
Maybe I have, yeah. Okay.
Alright, just a
I take it
typical
back.
Tuesday, innit? Yes.
Kinda. Except warm, blah, blah.
Thunderstorms over here. But we'll get there. So, serious conversation, huh?
Oh, there's a bench over there.
Why not sit
Stop.
next to the one at the waterfall?
Why don't we sit on the grass and go full enjoying nature?
Well, I would go for the one at the
Would you
waterfall.
like to sit down with me?
Is this a choice? No.
No. It sounds like a question, but it isn't.
Maybe, Psycho, she also brought a ring.
Yes. Like, her one wish in life was always to be in this weird life or death scenario and then find this super hunky guy that also has these like weird come-ons to her. And that's just the guy she falls for, you know?
I mean, these are situations where love is found. Because you think you might not get out and your life might end here.
Exactly. It should have been me! You might still get a chance. We'll see what it turns out to be.
Oh.
Alright, you have lost your keyboard privileges, my dear. Every single time today. No, that's not what I wanted.
Just press the up key.
You don't get to talk anymore.
Well, you're pretty slow with your lines today. Usually you say
Don't make
them
me
first.
also mute you.
Usually you say them first.
I would, if you let me. Now, are we gonna have an argument about this, or do we get to continue? Because we know you're wrong.
Just say your line. That we've already confirmed.
Do I get to say my line now, or are you gonna continue?
Hurry up.
She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand.
Oh?
Are we gonna talk about Twitter? She was silent for a moment and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something?
Actually, no. Bye. We have puzzles to solve.
I don't really feel like it.
This is actually a music box.
Oh, how does that work?
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise.
Out of curiosity though, which key?
The key. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though? She's setting the mood.
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me.
Okay. It was made in memory of a social media website I used to visit.
Back in the day.
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt.
Do you remember how I said we've learned nothing about the characters so far?
There you go.
The game hurt me.
It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it.
How sweet.
Do you think it's actually someone important to her? Or do you think we're gonna go lean in the Luna not having ever really had any friends or healthy relationships did like the stalker thing?
Good question. I still think she could be evil, so I wouldn't say no.
Luna, you don't want kids with white blood. Get away from Sigma. She decides that. Wait, if his...
What if she also has white blood?
If his blood is white, then is his... Anyway, text.
Luna, happiness is closer than you think.
Besides, if you get white, if you mix white with red, you don't get white.
Exactly.
Have you learned nothing from the game so far?
Where were you in all the color theory lessons, huh, Psycho? Clearly it makes magenta. Or pink, as I would call it.
Do you know Majorling's the bluebird?
Mater who? Yeah.
He's just saying that.
That's a me moment. You've heard about thing I just mentioned, right? Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. But how do you feel about them? No, Skinner.
Only you get that.
And that's because you're doing it wrong. I'm just saying. Well, oh my god.
Luna evil! How dare you!
Go to a doctor, please. Yes.
I think Skinner hit his head
Also,
during the bench.
You need to breathe during the exercises. You seem to require oxygen. Also, how is it that Skinner comes in with a comment like this, and then I need to read this line? Look at the third to last word. I swear, Skinner, every time we play a visual novel, you come in like, oh, you're playing another book. You know these stories. You are timing your comments. I see what you're doing.
Just so you know, it's not like completely random. We earlier had a
white
cutscene
liquid
thing
on our hand,
where a thick white liquid is just splashed on our hand with no explanation really on what it is.
I can never spell that. It's fine. It's always Ranger, but this time it's definitely also Skinner.
Maybe we should add the Kabul to it as well.
We can make that happen. Yeah, well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named...
Tiltil?
Made you what? This brother and sister named Tiltil and Mittil get asked to find a blue bird by this old woman, and then they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a bird cage in their hut.
That's right.
Also, Skinner, no, it's been confirmed to be blood.
It's literally dripping out of him.
Yes, out of his veins,
Yeah.
not out of other things, which you will certainly currently typing.
His hand has been cut and it is literally dripping out.
And it teaches a simple lesson.
Catch birds? Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking.
It got her thinking,
I could be
why
happy with you.
do we struggle? Why don't we just stay here? We've got the infirmary, we've got the pantry, we've got this garden. Why don't we just live here?
Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but
Zero gave her the music
I
box.
really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But
But
one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird.
Don't be bought by an insane billionaire that is trying to compensate for his very small penis.
after someone pays for you, you're fucked.
I heard there were some bombs here that might prevent living. Only if they blow up.
Just don't make them blow up.
In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Tiltil and Mittel try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away.
Can we appreciate the fact that I pronounced those names correctly?
How else would you have pronounced them?
Tile and my tile?
I think no one would have gone for that pronunciation. Not even me would have gone for that pronunciation.
And then the story ends.
But good job.
Whoa. What about the moral then?
Changes.
Don't lie, Tifa. I even pronounced it when the text came on screen. Like, I said it right.
I don't recall you doing that, but if you say so.
Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt.
That's a sad way of putting it.
I wonder if there's a deeper meaning to this entire conversation.
I mean, kinda has to. Why else are we going through this?
Only you, Skinner. That's a you problem, I'm afraid.
I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me.
Could you still ask them potentially?
But I decided how I was going to look at it.
Fair enough.
It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for. And it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
Okay.
You know, Sigma,
So,
is she pursuing happiness? Is this why she's having... Am I reading too deeply into it?
I'm still not sure what she wants from us exactly.
I'm not sure if she knows.
Well, she probably knows. I mean, she's having a conversation with us.
I think you might be Tiltil.
What? Tifa, come on.
She is not hitting on us. I'm not being naive here.
If this wasn't a life or death scenario, I would think she likes us. Given that this is a life or death scenario, I would also believe that she at least doesn't find us not sympathetic. So she just wants somebody to talk to because, you know, this is all weird and strange.
I think she's just, exactly. She's lonely and she's trying to connect to someone and doesn't want to die without...
Having been able to say and express all of these things at least once to somebody in their life.
Yeah, something like that.
To be fair, you didn't catch the romance in that previous game we don't spoil the name of. Tifa
This
never
is
does.
so not romance.
Tifa is one of the least romantic people to live. I'm just saying.
What? I can be romantic.
Sure.
Excuse me, but like when it comes to... We're talking about this. Like when it comes to
We're gonna
our
have this
proposal mine was way more romantic than yours. He asked me to marry him surrounded by garbage cans. I kid you not. I kid you not. We were surrounded by trash when he asked. Like, I think when I finally returned it...
Wake me up when the bullshit stops.
I thought that was much nicely done. We went to like a restaurant. I made you a super nice card. I had a Pokeball printed with the ring in it. And it's like... How is that not more romantic?
Okay, so I gave a voucher for an engagement ring, effectively, to Tifa. And I've talked about this before. I made a dumb mistake. We were on our way, me to work and you to language school, I think, on our way to the train station. And we went through this like path past people's gardens. So when I gave it to her, on Valentine's Day I think it was actually.
Yeah, that was kind of corny.
Fuck you. What I saw was the gardens around us. My mistake was not thinking this all the way through, because I had not considered the perspective that she would have, because I was looking at her and the gardens, so my vista was nice.
Standing right next to all the garbage cans.
Tifa, looking my way, saw that there was also a place where people dump their trash to be picked up.
It's this garbage
right
collecting spot.
So yes, you do have a point that that was dumb and not planned out. And I'm very sorry that I was so overcome with my love for you that I did not 5-dimension chess this in my head and consider every single camera angle of the stage I chose in the heat of the moment.
Well, now you know.
Well, yes, Tifa did go with me to one of my favorite places for food, and she did all of the things she said. She also neglects that she wasn't able to get my or her family out of it. So what would have been a perfect moment of just my love and hers was, let's say, marred by the fact that my dad was sitting next to me and that your parents were also there. I love her family, her
Only
parents.
my mom.
And your dad?
No.
He was sitting in front of me.
Was he there too?
Yes. Because he told me that traditionally, before I replied to you, I should have asked him for your hand. To which I replied...
Sure.
No. So, all the things that I didn't consider in my original proposal, also potentially she didn't factor in, because with all the things that are going through your head in that moment, yours wasn't yours was better, yes.
I mean,
was it
honestly,
perfect? No.
I did kind of factor it in because they were all being really annoying and wanted to be there, so I just let them come along.
That's what I'm talking about. I will, spoilers, no spoilers.
It was really awkward actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it was. And I never told you this because I figured you realized it yourself. I will re-propose to you at some point. And
you didn't even say anything, by the way, now that I'm thinking
Yes,
about
I did.
it. I think we still have that on video.
I was confused at first. Also, don't hit your microphone, please.
Yeah, this thing.
I was confused about the whole situation at first. Yes, and I did say something. I did say yes. But I will re-propose to you at some point. And then I will take your feedback and I will take my feedback for your feedback. And then we will be happy. And then we will only have one story to talk about.
Why do we need to re-propose? Like, how long are we...
Shut up, this is romantic.
How long are we going to keep this going?
I'm super adorable. Confirm it, people. Tell me about it. I'm the cute one here. Fucking hell, talk about outdated. He did it jokingly. He didn't mean it. He doesn't care. Like, it's our choice, not his.
I mean, yeah, he knows that.
Ted, we caught you throwing rocks at couples in the park. Why should they be happy? Basically that.
I can already see Psycho, like, behind the other bench or in this little shed throwing rocks at Sigma.
Yeah, it's my Luna. Now, we were talking about love and things, right?
Yes. I don't think this is a love situation, by the way.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me.
Sigma, I want your baby. She's not saying it.
We already have big babies that are gonna blow.
Exactly.
Hanging on the wall.
Where did you find Alice?
Where's she?
Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. The first place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice. And then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden?
What did we say about the garden? Can you go up in the conversation for a sec? Press
No.
the up button.
No, wait.
What did we even say about the garden?
We did the AB room. We went to the crew quarters.
Have we not been to the garden in this line?
Wait,
I think that was a previous line. If Jack zooms out, it's easier to tell, but...
we went to the archives.
In this
No,
route?
we had not been in the garden.
Yeah, but what did we now say about the garden? Or what did we confirm about the garden that makes it seem that we've been here before, is what I'm saying.
What did... I mean, I'm guessing we're gonna go with the whole she figured out that we know things that we couldn't possibly know, but...
I mean, yeah, but we didn't
What?
say anything that gives it away.
This is the story?
Go back to the where she went like, oh, this is a good place for a serious conversation. Here, stop. Then she went like, oh, so nice. Oh, I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, shit!
We couldn't have been there at that point.
True. Effectively, from her perspective, we just lied to her. Because
Yeah.
we say we split up, we went to A, then we went to B, but we said we've been to C. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice,
If only I had pressed the button.
didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Because you guys said there was a garden and trees.
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Good question.
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
Why is everybody saying this? This is hurtful.
Told you, not romantic.
What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes.
Can I just, for a second, tell you all how much I appreciate that, like, we have been arguing back and forth whether somebody is a robot and that Sigma could potentially be a robot because of this. And they have a character who went through the same thought process.
I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
Good to know. For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility, it sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house.
What?
Still. Game's calling us out. My hand was still oozing white liquid.
Is that common knowledge that these robots exist?
No.
It has not been mentioned before.
Not once, not even in the previous game.
No.
I think it's like...
Nothing about robots.
like in the Terminator movies. I think it's Terminator 2, where one character goes, "Oh, you must be one of those and you have this kind of cell membranes and stuff." And it's like,
Sorry.
okay, somebody apparently knows this, but not us as the viewers. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations.
It's kind of mean, though, to create... If you would actually create a robot, to make it believe it's not a robot, but a human, and have this whole personality built.
But then again, you would need to do this if you ever want to build a robot that is passing for a human. So, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I fully agree with you. If... I think this is what should happen. Like, if...
Poor thing would get a crisis.
in our lifetimes, AI advances and robotics advance to the point where you can have like humanoid autonomous robots, I would want them to be like programmed so that they have complete understanding of that they are not humans, that they are robots.
Well, you already have those sort of robots that are in use, like at airports and stuff.
Humanoid.
Oh yeah, okay.
Not a, what are they called, like a Roomba with a stick and a picture on top of it. Like they get the job done, but it doesn't look human.
Yeah, okay, true.
There are people working on something like that, but...
I think there was one robot, I need to look up if that actually was the story behind it, that they did give like a sense of humanity and stuff like that behind it. It just didn't look like robot. And the moment it was like fully functional, it committed suicide by running in the water.
I think that's urban
I don't know
legend.
if that's actual thing.
I think that's an urban legend. I think that would have made more headlines if that actually happened.
I have seen
I
several
remember
of
seeing
them back
something
then.
like that too, yeah.
That was like during the pandemic, I think. I need to look that up if that's true.
Boston Dynamics, they are making big advancements with human-looking movements and stuff. It's crazy, actually. They retired that one robot who did some walking shows. Why would they do that?
To make space for the next model.
No. Asimov's 3 laws. I just don't want the iRobot situation to happen.
Will Smith predicted it.
You keep that name out of your fucking mouth. You don't say anything about the Smith family. We cannot afford the lawyers if he suddenly comes through our window and slaps the shit out of us. He's trained. He played Muhammad Ali in one of the movies.
I mean, that was a...
His body probably still remembers his strength. No, I'm good.
I'm sorry, have you not seen the stance when he did that
Yeah,
smack?
yeah. That was full on like downward to forward, downward to forward.
That was perfect
Low,
execution.
medium, and high punch in Street Fighter. That was like finishing move.
I'm like, what do I have on my arm? And then I'm like, oh yeah.
I think they're gonna come out with another one. They should. I want a robot.
They probably
I
will.
want a robot that does the chores for us. Imagine.
A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey orders given it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. All of that means nothing after.
Just wait till Elon Musk buys the company and deletes all the safety protocols. You should play Detroit Become Human if you want to philosophize about robots. We should play that at some point. I agree with you.
Walked past Edinburgh University robotics building the other weekend. Holy, they had some mech builds in it. I was like, oh.
Do they have like a mech suit, like a Gundam? Like 6 stories tall that you can just pilot and just wreck shit? I want one of those.
Some of those projects are really like mind-blowing.
Yeah. You know what's also mind-blowing? Luna confessing her love for us. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
We're the good guys.
Well, let's say I'm a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not? Because you're physically attractive.
Maybe because you're a robot.
No one's scared of handsome people, right?
Is she now gonna law drop the 3 laws of Asimov that Skinner just did? Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Oh, there you
Skinner.
have it.
The next time you say, "Is playing a book," I will ban you. You have played all of these games. You cannot convince me otherwise anymore. It's not possible. You made your bed, now you must sleep in it. After the stream, I'm gonna change your name on Discord to something that points out to everybody your true love for visual novels. And I don't blame you for it, these games are great, but you going into the book? No. No, stop faking it. Stop pretending you don't love these.
I mean, it's already clear. If you don't own them, that's fine, but I know you read the entire plot.
Yeah, multiple times. Asimov. That's a good nickname. Hello, mommy. Happy Tuesday. How are you doing?
Join the dark side, Skinner. The ends are awesome.
He already has.
He already did.
He must have played all of this.
Visual novel connoisseur.
Yeah, something like that.
That's his title.
Uh-huh.
He's just hiding it.
They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov. That he
Tell us
used in
about it.
several of his stories.
Let's see who does it better, Luna or Skinner. That's
It's probably gonna say
Terminator-looking
exactly the same.
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being
exactly
or,
the same
through an action, allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Oh, yeah, I've heard those before. That's just an ideal, though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right.
Exactly. I once wanted ChatGPT to write a diss track on Asimov and the laws of robotics, but I didn't want to do that. If true, that's adorable. That is really cute.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
I think it's possible they have not played it. No, Skinner has absolutely played it.
Yes.
There is no not possible.
Skinner's really good at making it seem like he hasn't.
You can stand to pause to have a conversation during which you manage to bring up concepts and ideas that the game introduces in the very next sentence. Skinner could have done the same. No, Skinner played it.
All of this is true. He could be doing these things, but it isn't just that. He knows. He knows.
But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws.
Aww. I rewrote the timeline.
Yeah, just like the main characters here.
In the true ending, Skinner is 0.
I would love it if I can like Photoshop Skinner into like the final frame of a game.
That's the bunny.
But my problem is, if I do that, like if I look into the game files, it's probably possible, I don't know. I will spoil myself.
When it's done.
Maybe afterwards.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Or a very dangerous bunch of metal and
exactly.
plastic that's gonna kill us.
In other words, that's robophobic.
That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes.
In my eyes.
Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot.
That's just the shine of the glass you're seeing.
No, it's the you're kinda hot, I can see it in your eyes.
There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, the atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Phi.
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
The bomb. It's a bomb. It has to be.
I mean, I agree, but where did Phi come from?
She's a ninja. She dropped from the ceiling. It doesn't matter.
How long has she been standing there?
She probably has like optic camouflage. She can just turn invisible. Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No.
Wait a minute.
What?
Do you remember how earlier I said if you have white blood, you would also look a bit more pale?
No.
Phi looks pretty pale. And she even has white hair. I mean, come on. It's a bit on the nose, but it's a Japanese game. Hair color has meaning.
Luna also looks pretty pale to me.
You're just saying that.
What if we're all robots and we just have the personality implanted of someone who's still on Earth and we're all shot to the moon?
That would be genius. A fully remote social experiment with no risk of losing the participants because you can potentially create infinite copies of them.
But it's still the same because they have their entire personality and memories injected into them, basically.
It sounds like the plot of a very expensive to make movie kind of that was released not too long ago.
Is it?
Yeah, but saying it would be spoilers for people that haven't watched it.
Oh, tell me after.
Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about?
We were confessing our undying love for one another.
Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. Boop.
Shit.
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, look, it's the one bomb.
Oh, now my nose is itchy.
I'm sorry. Shit. This is...
Antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely
Can you skip
different
this?
bomb. Look at the number on the side.
Nope, because last time we weren't here with Luna.
Yeah.
It says 01.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right?
Last time we said that.
Then that must mean...
Can you have a look at the flowchart real quick?
Shit.
Oh, okay.
We've moved exactly not at all.
We're nowhere.
Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. It means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
We were busy with other things. Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well,
Good question.
I was taking a walk.
In the bushes.
What bushes, though?
Taking a walk. You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me.
Was she jealous?
She was spying on
I
us.
heard you two were off talking in secret. So I got curious and went back to the floor A warehouse.
To bomb or not to bomb?
That is the question. Also, given the situation, completely understandable that she did that if you ask me. No?
I mean, yeah.
A ginormous moth has entered the room.
Oh, shit.
Like, it was so big it cast a shadow that caught my attention.
I'll try to catch it. Oh. Close that door, please, before it goes into the...
1 sec.
It's
Depending
huge.
on where it, like, flies, it...
Close the door, quick, quick, quick.
I'm doing it. depending on how it flies past the light, it casts a gigantic shadow.
Yeah. I'll
Damn.
open this a bit more so that hopefully it can...
Quick moth break.
find its way out.
Or you're making a space for more moths to come in.
I mean, true, then we have even more work to do.
Lamp. Exactly. I'm warm. Fine, I was definitely not seeing if Luna was putting on the moves for Sigma. Or vice versa. I think, first of all, you should sit more in frame. I think Sigma would be the one to strip for the other.
That could be.
Of course you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
Nah, but what choice do we have? So, who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. And they just go there?
Why not? It's not like we're gonna continue our conversation with Fighter and a new bomb found.
A new Baum. That's German for tree, which is funny to me because we just found a tree with a bomb.
Didn't actually leave.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
You opening the window has made the moth disappear. Congratulations, Tifa. You are a certified moth wrangler.
You sure it didn't just land on something?
That's possible.
I thought you saw it leave.
There's a giant fake tree standing on our side. Maybe it's in there. Don't do that. Why would you do that right now? Now, Tifa, go play Hollow Knight. That's about insects, isn't it?
I would like to try Hollow Knight once. I believe, and that's been a long time ago, you also played it on stream before.
You are aware that, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hollow Knight is basically Dark Souls, but 2D?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, that's cute. The only thing that kind of put me off was the map. I didn't like the look of that.
So, you like the art style and the art design of a game, but the actual game part throws you off. I mean, fair point. If I can do it, I think you can do it.
I
fair is
think
fair.
you're overestimating how much skill we have.
Together with help from people enabling cheat codes for us, we did finish all bosses in Dark Souls 3 and DLC.
Yeah, but we actually had to cheat. I think starting like the fourth
Can do the
boss
same
or
thing with
something.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah, but...
Just saying, can make people help us. I mean, I can give you the option. I can't force you.
I quit because of the map. Too exhausting to traverse.
Yeah.
It looked like that as well. Excellent game. Story is not engaging. I haven't seen any of the story bits in it really, so I don't even know what the game is about.
In-game path is tricky. Got lost for a very, very long time.
Yeah, and that's the part I'm not a big fan
with Tifa's, my hair is everywhere. With Tifa's navigational senses, what could possibly go wrong? Let's just get the maps up on the other window and use that to not get lost. Okay, fair enough.
Makes sense. I think with a game like that, I prefer a slightly more straightforward path. Like it's maybe some exploring, but not like I need to run around in circles for hours until I know where I'm going to be.
Talking about that, if Tofu can manage to complete Metroid Dread, you should be fine with main game Hollow Knight. Tifa has never played a single Metroid game. As a matter of fact, she hasn't played any Metroid games to the point where she doesn't say Metroid, she says...
I called them Metroid first.
Yes, as in it rhymes with Detroit, the city in the USA.
I mean, it made sense in my head.
That's right, Jack will come in. He be the navigator.
You don't want Jack to be the navigator either.
You don't want me to sit next to you in co-pilot, you trust me. It's not gonna be fun.
Jack is really bad at navigating, and he's an even worse person when it comes to telling you where to go. You have enough self-knowledge to acknowledge that I'm right.
I was waiting for you to say rest, I didn't disagree yet.
Oh, well, there was no rest.
I'm not good at telling people directions, no. The city is called Detroit, not Detroit. I don't hear the difference.
Tomato, tomato.
Exactly, right? Potato, potato. Thinking about what Metroid is a good entry. Zero Mission. It's been a while since I've played the 3DS remake of 2. Zero Mission is one of my favorites of all time. Metroid Dread is my favorite Metroid. But I would play that later. I would start, like, if I have to tell somebody to first play Metroid, if they're interested in the whole series, I would start earlier with Zero Mission. If I just want to play one, Dread. That's the best one.
When I look at the game, I can't say I'm interested.
The 2 remake was good. Yeah, the original has aged badly. Yeah, it's old, very old. Yeah.
Detroit, oh, that's what he said.
I see what you're trying, Bedinses, but all I see is Detroit. So, I get it. We tell them to start with Dread and then Fondle Prime. I don't.
Isn't that the one you finished? That's the latest Switch game, right?
No, I played through Prime. Oh yeah, actually yes, very remastered for the Switch. I've played through Prime 4 years ago. I never finished it on the back when it came up. So I played it again, and I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it until 90% through the game, and then they go with, oh, now you need to get the things.
What things?
The things. And then you realize, okay, I don't need to go to a new place to get the MacGuffin. I need to go through the entire map again to get the things. I need to go to basically every place I've been to. And when I did that and I finished the game, I was like, and then I started playing Metroid Prime 2, and after an hour I was like, no. I see why people like them. I probably will just stick to the 2-dimensional ones. Yeah.
I'm gonna pass completely.
Prime games are a bit exhausting, but I don't regret playing them. Yeah. If they have a kind of game that you can get through, then I see that. I couldn't. I got hung up on the exhausting part. The Moth is back. Sup, buddy?
No. Oh, this is a slightly smaller one though.
That's a different one.
It's a different one.
It's like 99% of the size of the one we saw earlier. It's lighter.
Oh, this one is a nice, super furry one.
This is the kind of moth where, if you've ever seen that meme, it's a close-up shot of a moth that goes like, "Let me in, bro, I'm a fairy." It looks like that. I think this one would be super cute, really close up. I will not find out though, because I don't like moths.
These moths I don't really mind though. What I mind are these super small moths that are usually like in your closet or something.
And hard to catch.
Those traumatize me. These big ones are like...
The moth party.
Well,
German technical.
I suggest we carry this moth party over to Raziel, who's playing some Resident Evil.
Talking about flying horrors.
And at some point, if this moth doesn't leave the house, I will go Resident Evil on his ass. Because no matter how cute he looks, I don't want moths to stay into this house after the last moth-tragedy we had in here.
Moth-festation that we had earlier in our time in this apartment.
It's been a couple years ago already.
Thankfully.
Still traumatized by it. That said, I also don't like butterflies. I mean, I can understand that.
I like looking at butterflies. I don't like them close up. They look creepy. What happened? Moths came in. We didn't realize they laid eggs, and then we had to extinguish
for weeks.
Good 200.
We had like these little larvae all over the place, and we kept getting rid of them, but we couldn't find the source. And I swear, at one day I went completely nuts. I moved all the moved all the furniture basically to the middle of the room.
And then we found the nest.
And then we found the nest, and it was like stuck to the wall behind the closet. It was like this super tiny slit that it had. And it was absolutely nasty and disgusting, and I hate moths.
And for everybody's sake, I'm cutting off Tifa because our timer for the raid is about to automatically expire when the raid starts. If you cannot stick around for the raid, please click this link in here and check out Raziel whenever is more convenient for you. Tifa, please press the button.
Pressing. Oh, did not press. Press now.
Hurry up, Tifa. Thank you everybody for sticking with us. If you can, please stick around for the raid. We'll be back tomorrow with Virtue's Last Reward. Bye!
Bye!
Thank you, thank you.